Moro is coming for planet Earth, Vegeta is going to gain some new abilities, and Goku is going to regain Ultra Instinct. The manga chapter 52 for Dragon Ball Super just came out, and wow, so much happened, so much that we have to talk about. Let's start from the beginning. Vegeta is on planet Yadrat, and there he's talking to a Yadratian who says that they have this whole mechanic called Spirit, which is, I guess, similar to Ki. Now, it's a little bit confusing. Is it a brand new mechanic introduced to the Dragon Ball universe? Is it something different than Ki? Because apparently this Yadratian, this Yardration, whatever the plural is for Yadrat, the Yadrat that Vegeta's talking to says that Goku called it Ki, but they call it Spirit Control. And this Spirit Control is what allows them to do things like instantaneous movement. They can increase their size, and they can even make copies of themselves, like a shadow clone jutsu. So is Vegeta going to gain all three of these new abilities? And how exactly is that going to help him beat Moro? Even if Vegeta can grow super large, like remember Piccolo can do that too. I don't really see how that helps him. If he can make multiple copies of himself, maybe that will help somehow. Like if Moro's trying to physically drain Vegeta, but it's actually a copy of his. But I don't really think that Moro's magic works that way, because it seems like he's just draining the planet and everybody on it. So I don't really see how that helps him. And instantaneous movement, you know, Goku couldn't even use it because Moro drained his ki so much. So I don't know that any of those three abilities is really going to help Vegeta. I'd love for him to get those abilities, but I don't really see the benefit to that and how it's going to help them beat Moro. But perhaps there is another ability that they know, maybe one of the Yadratians knows a new ability that Vegeta can learn in order to help in the fight against Moro. But we'll have to see, but it's still pretty interesting. New mechanics introduced to Dragon Ball 30 years later. I'll take it. Now, we also see those criminals that Goku and Meerus stopped earlier. They actually go to Earth because they're looking for that blue aurum mineral, and Piccolo stops them. Now, there was something really dumb about this. Piccolo's like, are you with Moro? Are you with whatever's happening out in space? And they're like, oh, no, you know, we'll just leave, just let us go. He's like whispering to his like little cohort. He's like, oh, dude, when Moro finds out about this place, he'll come and like, you know, consume the whole planet, and then we'll get all the blue aurum we want. And like, meanwhile, Piccolo's like 10 feet away. Like, let's not forget this guy has super hearing, and he should be able to hear them whispering about this. But for whatever reason, Piccolo can't hear it, and he's like, okay. They're like, oh, sorry, let us leave, and we won't hurt you guys, or we won't come back. And Piccolo's like, okay, go ahead. You know, but luckily, like, Dende figures it out, and Piccolo stops him. But I just thought that was kind of silly. It's like, sometimes in Dragon Ball, they, like, forget about things that they've brought up in the past, like Piccolo's super hearing. Anyway, not that big of a deal, but that does mean that Moro is actually coming for planet Earth. So it looks like the next battleground between Goku, Vegeta, and Moro will probably be on planet Earth. What exactly does that mean? Does that mean Beerus might get involved if Moro threatens to destroy all the food on planet Earth? I'd love to have Beerus come and fight Moro. I think that you would start diving into some really interesting territory for Dragon Ball. Like if a god of destruction is losing to an ancient being, I mean, that just sounds like amazing, right? I don't think we're going to get to that. Seems like they put that little cameo of Beerus in this arc because they wanted to show us that he's not going to get involved, right? Like he's trying not to get involved in the tribes of mortals. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to come and fight anymore or anyone. But there's always that like little glimmer of hope that Beerus will get involved. But I also don't think Beerus is going to get involved because Goku is going to get Ultra Instinct again. So at the end of Dragon Ball Super, Goku said, I can't do Ultra Instinct anymore. But he's training with Meerus, who is able to dodge all of Goku's attacks. If you remember the first time they introduced Meerus, he was able to dodge Goku, Vegeta. Like, it was like, what? Like, how is this Galactic Patrol, this like little skinny guy, able to dodge Goku and Vegeta? It doesn't make any sense. Well, now it makes sense because Meerus knows about Ultra Instinct somehow. And as he's about to explain how he knows about it, Goku's like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. I trust you. It's like, no, man, tell us how you know about Ultra Instinct. And he even knows like more, he knows about the Super Saiyan transformation, like how it's activated, because Goku and Meerus are having this conversation, and Meerus is like knows all about the Saiyan transformation. Like he's like, you know how when you turn a Super Saiyan, it's about like rage and anger and this and that, and you lose all self-control. The Ultra Instinct is a complete opposite of that. It's you have all these emotions, but you remain in control, and that's how you obtain Ultra Instinct. Like, how does this guy know all of this stuff? I mean, is he an angel or something? That really doesn't make too much sense, but hopefully they'll clarify that in the future, because think about it, like when Meerus first was dodging all of Goku and Vegeta's attacks, everybody was kind of scratching their heads, right? But they're explaining it now. He knows of Ultra Instinct. Does he actually have Ultra Instinct? I don't know about that, but this dude is apparently super strong. I mean, we know he's very fast, but he just uses like a laser gun. He takes Goku into a new room of spirit and time. A brand new room of spirit and time that he and Goku are going to train in, but this one is different than the traditional one on Earth, because one day in there is only 3 days on the outside instead of an entire year. But it's interesting that there is multiple rooms of spirit and time scattered throughout the universe. This is another new concept, another new golden nugget of information in the Dragon Ball universe that we didn't know before, that there's multiple rooms of spirit and time. So maybe there's, they could expand on that even more in the future. Perhaps there's like multiple dimensions that, Goku and Vegeta can access, different kind of training rooms like the room of spirit and time in the future, possibly a super one, they can go in there for 10 years and it's only a day on the outside or something. That opens up some more possibilities as well. But Meerus tells Goku, now not only do we get extra training time in here, but now I can go all out, whatever that means. I just want to interrupt this video real quick to tell you guys about memberships on my channel. They've just rolled out, and you can now join Mastar Media and become a member. It's very similar to a Twitch subscription here on YouTube. By subscribing to Mastar Media, you get private videos, a private community tab post, you get badges next to your name, and emojis that you can use in live chat and on comments. So if you want to stand out on my channel, if you want to be noticed, if you want to support the channel, you can click that join button, and it really helps me out. I would appreciate it a great deal. This was a really, really exciting chapter because we got so much information, so many new things are happening, people are getting new abilities, they're expanding the Dragon Ball universe even more, and as this arc continues, Dragon Ball in itself just continues to develop even more, and that's why I haven't heard one fan, I don't think, maybe one random person trying to sound cool. I don't think, other than that one guy on Twitter, I think every other Dragon Ball fan has said that they love this arc like crazy. Like the Moro arc is finally doing something refreshing for Dragon Ball, and I couldn't agree more. I'm really glad that they're bringing Ultra Instinct back. I'm really glad Vegeta's getting some new abilities, although I don't really know how that's going to help in the fight, but I'm really curious to see what Vegeta does. I mean, he is a genius in his own right, so maybe he can figure something out with those abilities to help in that fight. But we're going to have Vegeta with new abilities, plus Goku with Ultra Instinct against Moro on planet Earth. And that's pretty dang exciting. I mean, this arc has already been really exciting leading up to this point, but we've got to be entering the final stages of this arc. And this arc has gone on a lot of chapters if you think about it. So when this is actually animated in the anime, I feel like it's going to be probably like a 30 episode arc or something like that. And I'm really excited for that. So that probably when Dragon Ball Super comes back, they're probably just going to, start with the Moro arc. But on a good note, that means that Goku is going to have Ultra Instinct for the continuation of Dragon Ball, right? But what does that mean for the future? Ultra Instinct is so OP, it's like, who can even compete with Ultra Instinct? Like, nobody. If Goku's able to master it so that he can just turn it on whenever, like he can in Dragon Ball Heroes, although not mastered, he can go Ultra Instinct Omen at will. How are they going to come up with enemies that can fight against Goku unless they have Ultra Instinct as well? I'm still waiting for that day that we get that Ultra Instinct versus Ultra Instinct battle in Dragon Ball. Especially with Shintani's new character designs, like that fight would just be absolutely ridiculous. So maybe they're saving that for the second movie. I don't know, but I'm really excited because this chapter just opened up so many doors for Dragon Ball. And I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this chapter? Do you like the direction that Dragon Ball's heading? And how do you think that Moro is going to be defeated? My guess is that, I would think that it's a spirit bomb, but Moro can probably just eat it. So I really don't know, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. Thanks for stopping by Mastar Media today. I'll talk to you guys soon with another video. Awarida!